China is being extolled widely at present for successfully achieving the feat of transforming thorium 232 to uranium 233, which is a fissile material. Media are full of reports about the achievement of China. But is China the first country in the world to achieve this as reported by the media? I don't think that is right because India has already done that. India has a low power research reactor at Kalpakam which functions with the using uranium 233 as its fuel, and that uranium 233 is obtained by transforming thorium 232. So India is doing that already, but there may be scales may be different, and China has better scales because China's you know thorium powered molten salt reactor has a generating capacity of, I think it is 2 megawatts, but India's Kamini reactor has got a generating capacity of just 40 kilowatts. So scale wise China's reactor is bigger. But at the same time, if you just discuss about if you are discussing about the technology, India has already achieved that feat. So let's take a look into the interesting development that is going on. Using thorium as a fuel for nuclear reactors. You need to remember one more very important thing. When it comes to thorium deposits, India has the biggest thorium deposit in the world, and that too is concentrated in two Indian states. One is the South Indian state of Kerala, which is said to possess the best quality thorium in the world, and it's also present along the coastline of Odisha in northeast India. So let's get to the bottom of the whole issue. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. Yesterday, media was full of reports about the achievement of China. Media reports said a Chinese reactor at Guangzhou province, that is situated in the Gobi Desert, successfully transformed thorium to uranium 233. And that's definitely a big achievement. It also marks a new beginning in the energy sector. Now, without uranium, if you are able to generate power, then I think that is going to rewrite the whole the destiny of energy sector. Now, China claims they have the thorium deposits to power their country for several decades. So this is a very important thing. So they say they can produce power required for their whole country from these type of reactors. So this definitely marks a turning point. But what I want to say is that it's not just China. India also has the technology. India is doing that. And here, when it comes to this area, nuclear reactors, we need to mention about fast breeder reactors also. Breeder reactors are those nuclear reactors which produces more fissile material than what is fed to them. So India has got a breeder reactor at Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, and it is a huge reactor in the sense that the generating capacity of the reactor is 500 megawatts. Now it is expected to become operational in mid 2026, that is next year. So just a few months away from commissioning. When that commissions, India and Russia will be the only two countries in the world with commercial level breeder reactors. But China also has a breeder reactor that is something like an experimental reactor. So these three countries share the technology. So what is the importance of the relevance of breeder reactor when it comes to using thorium fuel? The Kalpakam reactor, which is going to get commissioned, is expected to soon turn to thorium for its fuel. That is what Indian media says. So it is evident that India is mastering the technology, or India has, gone way ahead in mastering the technology. This is why, as I said, China is not the only country in the world which has the technology to, convert thorium to uranium. So if you do that, the level may be different. China is doing it at a bigger scale at present. India is doing it at a smaller scale. But India is also planning to scale up the whole process, and that is expected maybe in for 5 years. So they are almost on par on that technological side. Then, when it comes to the fuel, that is thorium, India is way ahead of China. China claims to have enough thorium deposits for that. But as per the details or records available on the public domain, India has the largest thorium deposits in the world. The thorium deposits in Kerala, in South India, are of the best quality. So that gives India a head start. That gives India an advantage. Again, thorium is present at the northeast, along the coastline of northeast Indian state of Odisha. Maybe thorium is present at other states also, neighboring states also. There is every chance for that. Now that means in the coming days, India will be self-sufficient on the energy sector. Now, India is actually depending on LNG at certain power plants to produce power, and that can be done away with. India doesn't have that much huge natural gas reserves. India has to depend on imports. But if India develops, if Kalpakam nuclear reactor starts running on thorium fuel, that is going to turn a new page in the history of energy sector in India. So India is also going to achieve self-sufficiency. Of course, I am not belittling the achievement of China, but just I wanted to say that what the media says about this achievement of China is a bit exaggerated, because India is also working on the same line. India also has got that technology. India is also running a reactor using, uranium 233 that got converted from thorium 232. So interesting days are ahead. If when India's breeder reactor becomes operational, India is going to get a lot of fissile material. Plutonium 239 is the fissile material that is initially going to get from the Kalpakam reactor. This is used in manufacturing or making atom bombs or hydrogen bombs, all the nuclear weapons. So India is going to get enough fissile material for their weapon needs. India also has got submarines that run on nuclear fuel. So India needs to produce fuel for its submarines, its nuclear powered other vessels also. So I think the days when nuclear technology is going to, record a breakthrough in India are not far ahead. In the coming days, there will be a healthy competition between India, China, and Russia on developing this technology that is converting thorium. And I think India is going to play a key role in satisfying the thorium needs of the world. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.